Hello, beautiful souls. I'm gonna let you guys come in while I try to get this candle lit. There we go. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hello, my love. Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna let you guys come in. I'm going to let you guys come in. Let me get my mic on so it is better sound for y'all. Okay, that's better. Better sound, better hearing. All right, you guys. So I want to come in. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I want to come in and chit chat with you guys for a little bit before we pull some cards. I just got home not too long ago, literally like, what time is it? Like an hour and a half ago, maybe. And I want to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about what's been going on and talk to you guys a little bit about all of the changes and things that has been happening with the channel. And then we will get into some card pulling, we'll get into a spread and all that kind of stuff. But this is going to be kind of the explanation video slash kind of story video of what has happened, about what has gone on. So a couple of weeks ago, actually it's been more than a couple of weeks ago at this point. It's been like almost a month and some days that I have been picking up on really, really heavy energy. Okay. And when I mean really heavy energy, I mean like dark, shadowed, very no light coming in type of energy. Okay. And it has been very hard on me, to say the least. And it has affected me in more ways than one. And this is energy that I have been picking up, or was picking up on, I should say, in the actual physical realm. Like, this is energy that I was feeling. This is energy that I was like, it was clinging to me, and it felt very muddy and gritty and grimy and nasty. And a lot of that came through in the changes that I was trying to bring, right? And the changes that I still am trying to bring. And it ended up being translated in shutting off my channel, shutting off my Instagram, shutting off literally all social media that I had. And I didn't know where this was coming from. I could not pinpoint it. I could not understand it. I could not grasp what was going on. Okay. And in order for me to try to find a way to get away from it, I tried to change everything that I was doing. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of this that I'm like putting together now started when I started this new job. And it's very prevalent as to, again, this is now that I'm like coming to these conclusions. It's very prevalent as to the time of when these energies were being picked up on. Okay. And I ended up trying to change this channel, trying to change my social media, trying to change what I'm doing. And hello, my love, I still do not feel like I was okay. I ended up going through more personal changes as well because I thought maybe this was an attachment that was coming from my personal life. And a part of that was there as well. And what ended up happening not too long after I was going through these changes with the channel name, the channel energy, the channel everything, I called my mother. And it was really, really, really heavy on me. And I was talking to her about it. And I ended up saying, but, what is going on with grandma, my grandmother? And that day, my mom was going to be calling me anyway to tell me that my grandmother was actively passing away. And she did. She ended up passing away a couple days after that. But a couple days before that, had already been informed that my great aunt, which was my grandmother's sister, was she had passed away as well. So, and these like my grandmother was like my second caregiver, and I'm not going to cry on here. I'm not going to go through all that because I've literally cried my life out. My grandmother was my second caregiver out of the 10 grandchildren and 21 great grandchildren and her 5 children. I was like her child. Okay. And it was very hard for me to go through that, realize that, recognize that, understand that. Okay. And then a friend contacted me because she was concerned just, about me and my energy. And she's spiritual as well. And she told me that she was picking up on these energies. And through this explanation, through this channeling from her, and through this not necessarily, it was really just like a personal session that the two of us had, and she took me through. These energies weren't there to siphon from me. Okay, they were there to try to learn from me. And she said, but it is very hard for the shadow energies to not cling. Okay, I'm trying to be very gentle with my wording and not exposing all of my freaking life here, but um it's trying its best to understand the shadow, but it ends up feeling like it is sucking me dry. And that's what I was feeling. Like I felt the best way to describe it is like a consistent avalanche over top of my head with an internal flame that's too hot for me to put out. And this avalanche is not snow. This avalanche feels like a rock slide, like rocks, like heavy, just dense type energy. She does Reiki as well. That's kind of like her main thing, but she also does like a lot of shadow work, but more like in like the past life regression type of way. Anyway, this is neither here nor there. We were working through this energy, okay? And she also told me, because she knows about my channel, but she's like, everybody has their own spiritual thing, which I love, right? So she is more on the practitioner side. She is more on the physical, hands-on side of things, if that makes sense, of the spiritual aspect, right? And she has, her community and all that type of stuff. So anyway, she knows I have this channel and she knows that I do readings and all that kind of stuff. And that's how we connected, this, that, and the third. But she told me she felt a pull, right? And she was like, the pull that, what? The pull that I am feeling, she said, it's trying to pull you into a place. Sir, okay. It's trying to pull you into a place that you haven't been. He was like, but again, it goes back to what we were speaking of in the beginning. It wasn't a siphoning energy, it was more of a learning energy. But when the light tries to learn from you, it feels very different than when the shadow is trying to learn. And this is in a manner of growth and perspective. And these are shadows that are not coming from a dark place, but shadows that are coming from dim light places, right? So the light is dim, but it is there. And because there is more shadow than light, there is an ember. It's like the shadow is trying to learn to be put in its place, right? We must understand that we are in a new age of spirituality, understanding life, growth. But it got so heavy to the point where I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. I felt like I was in an immense cloud of darkness, right? And even when I meditated, even when I sat in silence, it felt dark, but it never felt evil, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Not evil, but dark, right? And I just wanted to see, right? I just wanted to see. I needed clarity and I couldn't find it. So I shut off everything. I tried to change everything. I'm like, maybe I just need to. And I still feel that way. But when she specifically told me that the channel, the collective, we need each other here. And again, it's because she doesn't follow this page. Does that make sense? Like she doesn't follow this page. Right? Again, she does her own thing. She has, her thing, and she's not a Capricorn, right? Um but she doesn't, it's not like she knows what's really going on over here. So for her to say that meant something. And after my grandmother passed away, I felt her presence even stronger. Hers and my grandfather's, right? I almost feel like they're right here with me. Okay. So much so that, so I flew out back home Wednesday. I got back an hour and a half ago, almost 2 hours ago now, today. The funeral was on Thursday. Wednesday evening, we pull into the driveway at my mother's house, and there is a lady that lives 2 doors down that my mom used to help, take care of and stuff like that. Go over there, check on her, make sure she's okay, da 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 da. And I looked over and I said, "How's Miss such and such doing?" Last time I checked, she was doing good. She was okay, you know, which I understood what that meant. She's okay as she was going to be. Thursday after my grandmother's funeral, we found out that she had passed away in her bathroom that evening that I had asked how she was doing in her home, 2 doors down. The direction in which my messages are going to start coming through are going to be very different. Okay. There is going to be more channeling and more energy from crossed over loved ones that are going to be coming through. My grandmother, she was like a shepherd, right? And she told me that she is here to help me now channel and be more of a shepherd. I've always admired her and her devotion and her dedication and her service to others, to the church, to her family, always, always serving. And I have been receiving just like influxes of messages and sight from other people, right? That I do not know personally, but they are messages that are wanting to come through for other people. I'm scared. Okay. Very scared because of how clear it is. Be patient with me, please, and understand what I'm trying to bring. I've learned so much more about my purpose and so much more about my pathway, I guess you could say, here in life. Like I said, I started this new job about a month and a week or so ago, a month and a week ago. And the fact that the only thing that I have actually done is help people find their way out of fear towards new jobs towards something different that they've been looking for is very, very eye-opening and awakening to me. And what I mean is the fact that the people that I have interacted with and encountered have all somehow come to me on the side or, in just a general conversation about the fact that they want more, but they have fear, right? And it always kind of starts after they ask me where I was before here and da 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 da. And they're like, wow, you know, I want to get a new job, but I'm just, you know, scared to change or, I don't know what's out there. And I always encourage people, right? You are never going to fail. If you are feeling called to change, to shift, to do something, especially in this medical field, if you guys work in the medical field, you'll understand, it's a ugh. So it pains me when I see people who are so talented, right? So good at their job, such kind and empathetic individuals be taken and teared down by organizations or units that are not helping them grow or pouring into them, right? And I always tell people, even though we only know each other for a couple of days, girl, put me down as a reference. I will 5 damn stars all across the board. Right? I'd be looking up jobs for people. I'd be sending people jobs. I'd be like, you might be good at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Because people should feel heard and encouraged. And sometimes it takes an outside voice to explain in a different way how you can accomplish something. And my mama always told me, listen, my mama always told me, and I know that better live forever. She better live forever because I'm not playing. My mama always told me, Jasmine, there is more than one way to skin a cat. Bitch wasn't wrong. Never lied when she said that. So if there is something that somebody is wanting to do, I try to just show them there's more than one way to get it done, right? You don't have to stay here forever, especially being, people, especially in the medical field. Y'all know when you're in the medical field, if you stay somewhere for 5 years, 9 times out of 10, you're making the same amount as the people who just started there. Like dead ass, which is why I tell people, bruh, I'm gonna need you to go over here to this job, and I be telling them, just get what you can get out of these jobs and get the out, okay? Because these people don't care about us. They don't care. They do not give up, okay? Make sure you got some good insurance. Make sure you wrap that all up in a bow, okay? Get out. Because after a certain amount of time, you're going to be coming in. That's why I'm very transparent at work. I do not care if the people who I work with know how much I make, because 9 times out of 10, I just started. It's probably more than them. So I don't care. And they're usually like, really? And they're like, and I'm like, yeah, time to go get another job, Buki. Like, these people don't care about you. 10-cent raise? Not even. 3-cent raise? 4-cent raise? Oh, hell no. Bruh. You got me up. Got me, my whole license is on the line. Every time I clock in, clock out. My whole livelihood is on the line. Every time I clock in, clock out. You best be giving me more than 3 cents. Okay? So I'm learning, long story short, these paths that I'm having are I'm going through a lot, y'all. Okay? I'm going through A lot. Hmm. Oh, I know. I know. So here we are. And then on top of all of that, don't worry, we're gonna get to the cards. Don't worry. On top of all of that, the collective of soulmate, twin flame, masculine, feminines has been coming back around, tapping me on the shoulder. And I'm feeling very bombarded by things, right? Like, what am I supposed to do? Again, things are going to be changing here even more. You're not going to be seeing this particular setup. And I'll explain to you guys why. Like, you'll be seeing me, but you won't be seeing like this particular setup. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why when you see that. Okay. So I'm going to be very transparent and very open about the changes that are going on in my life because I do want to continue making content, but I need to also honor my spiritual uppers, if that makes sense. Right? Because it's almost like I feel like I now have management. Does this make sense to y'all? Like, I don't know what happened, but I feel like I have management to now answer to. Like before, it felt more like, oh, we're sitting out in the park, like meeting up every day, chilling, pulling cards, hanging out, come in, come out, whatever. But I feel like there is now management that I'm answering to, and there are things that they need me to do. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. And I'm trying to not feel like I don't fucking know. I don't know. Okay. I'm just going through it. And the energy doesn't feel nearly as heavy. It's like 10% of what it was. And the Reiki session definitely did a number. So, with that being said, y'all pray for me. we're gonna be we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna okay, so let's get into the cards. First though, before we get into the cards, do you guys like the new logo vibe? Do you guys like it? Do you guys like it? Do you guys like it? Let me know. Let me know. If you don't, I'll change it. If you do, we'll obviously keep it. So just let me know if you guys like the new logo and all of that. And no, y'all are right. Y'all are right. Y'all are right. And that's why I said I'm scared because the types of messages that I'm starting to get and things that I'm seeing that I've never actually seen before, like in my physical eye and not just my fucking mind's eye, like my actual with my two fucking eyes. I don't know. But that's neither here nor there right now. Oh shit. So I'm gonna say I will be. What's today? Today's Friday. Okay, so oof. Maybe tomorrow morning too. We'll do like a morning coffee and tarot pull, and we'll chit chat and that kind of thing. Um, just know that we'll be having more messages. If you guys are gonna be wanting twin flame soulmate love readings, my other channel. Okay, my other channel. And I'm going to change my description box and everything. It'll read correctly. And you guys can go over there. It'll be love readings strictly over there. And tomorrow morning, we'll do like a coffee and tarot pull in the morning and kind of get the vibe going and stuff for the day. But I just want to pay some homage real quick to my grandmother because she is the one that taught me how to shuffle. All right. And she taught me how to shuffle when I was probably 5 years old, 6 years old. And well, it was. I was 5 and 6 years old when this was going on, but she taught me how to shuffle and she sat me down on her bed and we would play gin rummy. And those of you that have been here for a while probably have heard that story, so I'm not going to tell it again, but she is the one that taught me how to shuffle and handle cards, and we were just playing good old-fashioned table games. Like, I was a fucking child playing table games. One no goldfish up in this bitch. Bitch, like, we're learning rummy. You're learning spades. I'm like, I'm 5. Like, damn, I don't even know all my numbers yet. Woo! Anyway, bitch. Not in our hands. It's in God's plans. How many of y'all have said leveling up? It ain't just me. It ain't just me. They said there's a new book being opened. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. They said, but it may be a little bit hard to read at first because you don't necessarily know the language. But that's why you're here. You're learning, you're growing. Capricorn, are you ready? Right? Knight of Wands, Six of Wands. It's quickly happening. Quickly. Do you know you have 30 minutes? 30 minutes. Yes. 30 minutes. Okay? It's happening. And I want you guys to know that when it happens, you know how in scary movies, the lights just go out, doof, and you start getting scared of shit because you can't see? Yeah. Uh-huh. That's what it's gonna feel like. But it's okay. 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 Take a deep breath in. Let it out slow. You know your way. You know your way. Your arms don't have to be locked out like this, right? You know your way. You know your way. You're learning. Capricorn, there is a significant amount of knowledge and information that is being downloaded on a subconscious level. The best way I can describe it. It's on a subconscious level. A lot of this is happening at night. A lot of this is happening through it's literally it's being like you were being downloaded subconsciously at times that you wouldn't even know. And it's to allow you to go and pull information. So sometimes, especially when we're going through situations in our life, you may feel like, I don't know why I know this, but I do. That's why. Spirit is preparing you for this next phase in your life. And to all of my Capricorn sun babies, because y'all know I am a Capricorn moon rising stellium, I want to say happy birthday since I missed a good chunk of y'all. Happy birthday. Don't start that dun-dun-dun. Don't start that dun-dun-dun. Five of Cups. What have I said about the Five of Cups energy? It's like the 5 stages of grief, right? But in this instance, this particular instance that we're talking about, we're not talking about the 5 stages of grief. We are talking about those 2 cups that are upright that we must turn around to see. The loss of a particular phase in our life has been dropped upon us. It's the best way I can say that. Because you are being inflicted the World card with the 4 of Wands, inflicted with a new contract, new life, new world, new energy. This is a sense of luck or fate that comes in. At least it feels that way. It's not. It's a new phase, right? We are kind of shuffling ourselves in a new direction. You're being rewarded and signing contracts with energies and individuals that are expanding this view. Okay, Capricorn? You know what's difficult? Accepting death, accepting the inevitable. But not all death, right, is in this physical aspect. like the flesh, right? Some and a lot of our deaths that we experience are emotional and mental, spiritual. And this is something a little bit of a combination, right? So, a lot of us are going to be experiencing death in the form of the physical, spiritual, and the emotional. But it's leaving room for us to sign new contracts and to be elevated and shifted into this phase of our lives that we are now going to be met with our match, the high priestess, right? We have the Hierophant and the high priestess. To me, these are the two godly figures, right, in the deck. The two that are the most high, the most spiritual. This is the most spiritually connected couple. We have the Emperor and the Empress, yes, but they themselves are very physical, right? But these two together, something else, right? They see through illusion. They understand. They have a deeper knowing. You are being inundated with information here, Capricorn. A lot of which you are learning how to decipher, okay? When this information comes in, you're being asked to write it down. Some of you are going to feel this information through the physical, right? You are opening up yourselves to new energies, and they're wanting me to say new powers. And a lot of you are going to be stepping into spiritual practice, okay? I want you to understand that there are many different forms of spiritual practice, which is part of the reason why I needed to explain my friend and her energy and what she does. Not everybody is in this physical aspect, right? And I want you to understand that when you are shifting into these new contracts and shifting into this new sense of power and this new sense of structure in your life here, you are being placed exactly where you need to be. I see a lot of you are going to be actually serving in your community. You're going to be doing physical things. You may not necessarily be on a platform or be very um, widespread on a platform because you're going to be doing more footwork, more physical things, right? And this is important for us to understand how things are kind of carried from one generation to the next, right? And how these spiritual practices and pieces of healing, right, are passed down and shared amongst the bunch. Um, Someone may be doing palm readings, and I want you to know that you should start. You should start practicing more on your friends and family, right? Kind of coming up with a, not necessarily a pitch, but more or less a personal script that you feel comfortable with, and kind of going through with that energy. You will end up taking that out into your community. Allow yourself to feel comfortable first, though, okay? There's someone here that also there's spiritual art. Spiritual art. That's what they're saying. Spiritual art. Spiritual art. And this spirit, it's how you paint or draw. It's very specific. but it's like spiritual art. There are messages that are to be deciphered through that as well. There are many of you that need to take the time to study the tarot. If you guys want to see that type of content, I would more than be happy to do that. Okay. But there are a handful of you that definitely need to take time to actually study tarot. Okay. There's also somebody here that does work well helping others through emotions, and whether that is through therapy or whether that is through kind of emotional regulation, coaching, things like that. Um, there's something about kind of doing more training, kind of expanding what you can do and how you currently do it. King of Cups, Knight of Swords, Eight of Cups, the Chariot. There's an emotional blockage here towards something. I feel like you know this deep down inside. I feel like your mind, your messages, there's a lot of clarity that's been coming through as well to you. And it's about shifting and moving into a new direction, but there is some fear that's holding you back. Some of you are right on the money and ready. Some of you do have some fear, which is okay. It's normal. But you have something that is like, oosh, it brings you some sort of clarity here. And it would bring a form of abundance, even if it's something on the side. Yeah, the Star. This is something that if you give, Spirit is going to give back, because this is a part of your path. This is a part of your purpose here. There is reward in this, Capricorn. I feel like a lot of you may have even had conversation with others or maybe somebody close to you about the situation. This could even be a job. It doesn't necessarily have to be, personal business. But it's Spirit asking you to pour into the universe, right? Again, this luck, destiny, fate, you are in alignment with this energy. And this is taking you farther. I mean, you have 4 major arcana here: the Hierophant, High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, and the Chariot. So this is about a major shift and change that's coming into your life, right? This is not something that's small. This is not something that you're not going to recognize. This is something that is going to be very significant, and it's something that you will remember, right? It's going to be a very pivotal part in your life and a pivotal point in this year. And I want you to understand it is okay. The emotional detachment that we have to go through with certain things is so that way we can have a greater attachment, right? So we're adding more, we're adding more, we're adding more. And that's exactly what's happening here. And I want you to know that. I want you to understand that. Actually, you have 5 with the Star as well. I'm sorry. And then the Sun and the Strength card that just came out. Okay. I want you to know that this is something that is going to bring you an immense amount of joy and happiness into your life. And I feel like you know that there is a lot of Leo energy here with the strength and the sun card. We have Aquarian energy, Piscean energy, Taurian energy, Cancerian energy, but got a lot of energies, right? We are all of the signs, but at the same time, yeah. And here's the King of Swords. King of Swords trying to come out reverse as well, showing us that again, there may be some fear, there may be some fear of being authentic and showing who you truly are. But at the same time, that authenticity, that truth is going to take you exactly to where you personally need to be. All right. So the situation that involves new contracts, new energies, it does involve some sort of travel relocation or something different. I feel like a lot of you, ooh, it is going to test your gangster a little bit, right? It's going to test your gangster. It's going to test how resilient you are in these times. But at the same time, I feel like it's trying to show you the strength that you already have within yourself, right? The strength that you already have to accomplish this. Whatever it is, though, it feels good. Knight of Cups, it's coming in, it feels good to you when it comes in. It doesn't feel icky, it doesn't feel nasty, it feels good, but it is going to test your resilience here, right? And sometimes we may not like that, but it's making us stronger. And I'm telling you, Capricorn, you go through this, it's literally taking you right to victory, right to the land of glory. It is. Because you have nothing but beauty and success and um, abundance that comes through, because you got the Hierophant, you got the High Priestess. There's a lot of higher learning, understanding. You're grasping this information. You were spiritually on a different level of understanding here, right? Because you have elevated yourself. The Wheel of Fortune is putting you in a new place, in a new position. The Star card is the sense of luck and fate and destiny that has come down to you because you were pouring into the universe and they are just pouring, pouring, pouring back into you. And you can't stop it. And the energy that's coming in is that of the sun, right? So the happiest, joyous, most wonderful card in the deck, that's coming through. And you're showing this strength because you were able to not necessarily just control the ego, but allow yourself to go towards what is best for you despite what others may feel or say or think on your particular situation, which is taking you to the path of righteousness for yourself, right? It's taking you to this path of glory, this path of abundance. This is putting you where you need to freaking be. Authenticity. Bottom of the deck is the Magician. This is something that you're creating for yourself. Oh boy, oh boy. Six of Cups, the Hangman, and Temperance. What if I told you you're gifting yourself this, right? You're being gifted something by yourself. You have given yourself this opportunity. You have grown, you have evolved, and now you're passing down the torch. Ooh, into something new. Let me tell you something. I'm hungry. Yeesh. Yeesh. You want to talk about it? We got cleaning house, energy healing, energy work, grounded and rooted, with the solar plexus and the heart chakra. Damn. Listen, the chakras are getting ready to be lit up. Not just the solar plexus and the heart, but all of them. Because you are grounding and rooting yourself in a new energy, in a new place, right? We see that with the Six of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. That is movement. The Six of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, we know is movement. It's physical movement. Okay? So wherever you're going, it's positive. You're grounding and rooting yourself, right? And this physical movement doesn't have to be eons away. You're not going to another dimension. Okay? You're just going down the street, right? Round the corner, maybe a couple states away, maybe down the road. Okay? Who knows? You ain't going to another dimension. Okay? I know that for a fact. So you're grounding and rooting yourself in a new energy, which means you have done this, cleaned house and did some energy healing, energy work through transmutation. Okay? And you don't have to do y'all all have something different and unique about your particular spiritual energy, right? So your transmutation is probably not going to look like the last airbender, okay? Probably not, right? Your transmutation is probably going to look like physical movement, speaking your truth and authenticity, right? Just doing what you got to do. That's what it's going to look like. That's what your transmutation is going to look like. And you know I'm right, Nico. People be trying to fucking no. No. Some of you, yes. Some of you are going to be getting into Reiki and becoming different practitioners and doing things on the physical aspect. But most of us are going to be doing this with our mouths, okay? Just so you know. The heart chakra and the solar plexus chakra is showing us something special. Compassion, unconditional love, the love from us to another, right? Whether it be familial, platonic, romantic, right? Whatever. There's an elevation happening here too, right? And this light in your heart chakra is almost becoming a signal, a beacon, and it is attracting another. The solar plexus is what's giving you the ability and the strength to do so, to move, right? It is that sense of personal power, your willpower, your gut, right? Your second brain, so your mindset and where you're going. I want you to know and understand that this is like an energy source, the solar plexus, and you're going to be fueling it right through physical changes, speaking of authenticity, moving different, going after different situations. It's fueling that center, and it is then allowing it to kind of generate energy to your other chakras, right? And it just keeps going, right? So it starts here, it's going here, here, right? Speaking of our authenticity, right? And then we have our higher chakras where we are expanding Hierophant, High Priestess with more knowledge, more insight, more awareness, more downloads. Some of you, there's something about dream catchers. Dream catchers. I just literally saw like 5 dream catchers. Some I don't know. Dream catchers. Somebody. Anybody. But it's generating energy. And that energy is also moving to your sacral chakra as well and your root chakra. Okay. So you, again, It's really starting in this solar plexus energy. You're kind of getting this whoosh. You're going to be feeling lots of things. Allow yourself to do what you got to do. Don't be afraid. And understand that if you are having a difficult time transmuting your energy, there's more than one way to do it. Do not put yourself in a position that is uncomfortable for you. Okay? You don't have to do that. Listen to your intuition. Listen, you have ancestors coming in, setting intentions. Listen to your intuition with life purpose mission. Okay? So you are literally being guided onto this new path, right? And a lot of you are going to really be stepping into new missions, a deeper sense of mission, a deeper sense of purpose on your path, right? Things are going to be evolving and changing. So it's really going to be important for you to, tell yourself, like, do you want this? Yes or no? And if you do, are you going to truly allow it to come in? Yes or no? And you just kind of have to you kind of have to roll with what's happening. Let me tell y'all something. I feel like I'm freaking hungry. I know that much. Okay. All right. So we're going to pull one or two cards from this, what is it? Angels deck. Angels deck. So we have got the Knight of Air, which is the Knight of Swords, the King of Water, which is the King of Cups, and the Ten of Water, which is the Ten of Cups. The Knight of Air states intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless. Events that occur with great speed take time to carefully review your options and creative solutions. The Knight of Water talks about trustworthiness, compassionate energy, respected and cultured energy. Open your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt advice or charity work. And then the 10 of Water. A contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met in trustworthy relationships. So, Capricorn, let me tell you something. You are getting ready to go through a very significant shift in your life, and it's going to be coming in probably faster than you think. You are one that is bringing forth this message or energy. And I'm telling you, Capricorn, that what you were doing is serving others. Okay. And it's coming through with that trustworthy and heartfelt advice. It's coming from you, right? And you being a compassionate and trustworthy individual who knows and understands their purpose and is giving that unto others, right? And you were then literally being rewarded with exactly what you need. It's like you're following direction, right? You are doing what a part of you, like you're on the soul level, has been set here to do. Hello, my love. You're so cute. I love you. Yeah, so you're completing on a soul level, right? You're completing on a soul level what you're meant to do. And the physical part of you, right? Because if we think our physical body, our shell, and then our soul, our consciousness, right? That is kind of directing this shell. You are being led exactly where you physically need to be, right? And you are going to be understanding on a deeper and more sensitive level. Hello, my love. The oh, I'm so hungry. You're going to be understanding the depth in which that spiritual part of you and physical part of you is acting. It's going to be weird, but allow it to happen. Okay. 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 Give us one more. So you got number 11 twice, 11. Firefly in the Broom. So this is about self-discovery, a soul spark, creative spark. This could also be someone exceptional, chemistry. The Broom talks about removing unwanted stuff, purging, a clean sweep, unavoidable, total makeover, restoring harmony. Listen, Capricorn. Now, y'all know I don't do this for play. Y'all know I don't do this for play. Now, that one was me. That one was me. The other one was him. Then you have number 23, the yarn. Things are becoming unraveled, right? And things are they may feel complicated, but they're becoming unraveled for you to see. This is unavoidable. It's going to happen. I wanted to tell you, I forgot to say here, the bottom of the deck, the Tower card, the life experience card in the Angel deck, though, talks about a significant life event where a powerful revelation leads to change. My loves, okay? Listen, I know you may not be ready, but damn, neither was I. Okay? But here we be, back with the Capricorn tea. I started this little deck. I haven't finished it yet, but excuse me, sir, I want to pull a card out of it. I'm about to have a fucking panic attack here, okay? Y'all see the card. It's right here. Alchemize darkness. With release resistance. Don't start here. Don't start. Little boy, I love you so much. I love you. I know you missed in mummies. I know you missed in mummies. I know you missed in me when I was gone. I know. Do you... With transform through love and relocation. On that note, I am going to leave this here. All right. I am going to leave this message here. Before I go, though, what time, y'all have to remember, I'm on the East Coast, so Eastern Standard Time. What time do y'all want to go for coffee and chit chat in the morning? Because I'm usually up pretty early. So let me know. And it's Saturday, so I don't want to be, so I see an 8. 8. Is everybody okay with 8? 8:30, 8:45, 9. I only got 2 times in the chat, y'all. So if you want a different time, let me know. Otherwise, we will do if you're requesting a different time, let me know now. So we got 2 for 8, 2 for 9. Okay, 1 for 8. Listen, I'm trying to give y'all some time. I try not to be impatient, but if you don't care, then you don't care. That's fine too. But yeah, Eastern Standard Time. Come here, Eros. Come here. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on. Good boy. I got my Palmers down there now too. Oh my goodness, I love you. I love my baby. Oh my goodness. I got my pom down there. I got my Palmers. Come here. You come. Hey, you come here. He got my Palmers. Okay, so let's do. We'll do 8:30. Let me see. So we'll do 8:30 and oh. No, these are not gym shorts. These are home shorts. Absolutely not for the gym. Absolutely not. We'll do 8:30. It looks like the sun rises here at like 7 in the morning. So maybe I'll sit outside. Maybe I'll sit outside. If it's bright enough, it should be. And a little bit like warm enough because it's been kind of chilly here in Florida too. But if it's warm enough, I'll sit outside and do it. If not, we'll just be in here. Hopefully it's warm enough for me to sit outside, and I'll take the tripod and everything out there and we'll sit on the porch and you'll hear the birds and everything because I have a lot of trees by me. So that'll be nice. But 8:30, I'm getting ready to create the little what you call it thing, the live post. So that way it'll be set and ready to go. Make sure you guys have your coffee or your tea. If you want a little snack as well, obviously that's fine. I may have me a little light biscuit or something. But we will do a card pull. We're gonna like, well, not a card pull. We'll do a spread, obviously. But I am going to actually do like a little meditative session and kind of go through, write some things down afterwards and get some like journaling questions and things like that going. So that way I can share that with you guys as well. Okay. So I will see you guys in the morning at 8:30. I'm getting ready to look. You can see yourself. I'm getting ready to make the little post right now. So that way you guys can save it and just go right to it. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night. Thank you all so much for bearing with me through my my episode that I had there. I love and appreciate each and every one of you so much. There will be more content that is coming, but like I said, I personally am going through a lot of different changes, not only with just like my personal life, but like my work life and things like that. So lots of things are changing. So just bear with me, but I will be making content. Probably record a video tonight because honestly, I'm drinking this freaking energy drink. So I'll be up, but I'm gonna go get something to eat, and then tomorrow morning we'll have our coffee and chit chat, and then also check out the other channel if you want love readings. I'm gonna be posting over there as well. Okay, I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I will see you all in the morning.